San Diego is never a bad thing, and it's even better when you have a matchup like this one. We're really looking forward to this matchup. You've got a team that's made its way into the top 25, now trying to pass an all-important road test. The Broncos will kick it away to start us off. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Aztecs offense will get the first swing of the game. Here he comes, and obviously defense is always going to be aware of a quarterback, but boy, he finds a way to put defenses on their heels all the time, David.
I mean, what can't he do? He's got the weapons, he's got the confidence, he's got the experience. Jesse, these kind of guys are so hard to defend.
You're right. They better be able to find a way to get pressure on him, because if they don't, this is going to be a long day.
And a really good job focusing on the catch. A lot of people get lost on their feet and trying to stay in bounds, but did a good job catching the football.
The quarterback bought as much time as he could, but the defense got to him and sacked him. They'll snap it from the 25 here on 2nd and long. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Discards him with the stiff arm. And the Aztecs racing to the line in the hurry-up. Wide receiver shows motion. On 3rd down, going up top. Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be 4th down. The Aztecs will try to pin them back with the punt. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Fields the punt and tries to find an opening. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. The Broncos offense has the ball for the first time. One way to mitigate the explosive capabilities he has on the outside is being physical with him, and this dude will do that.
He will do that, and you don't see a lot of offenses take the top off this D because of this guy roaming around in the middle of the field. He is a true center fielder, so this receiver's going to have to make plays.
But this just is such a great job of getting guys on the ground. A lot of people are in position, but he makes plays, so him versus a dynamic wide receiver on the outside would be a great matchup.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Here's a quick throw out to the left. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A game for this one. They've circled this one all offseason, so they better be ready to bring it today, Darryl.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
The Aztecs offense ready to go back to work. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
Crosses the 30, he's got a lane. And he picks up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit.
And I tell you what, I love this call early in the game. You know why? You get your quarterback hit early. He gets hit. Wait a minute. Nerves settle. Everything's good. You show the defense that he's a threat to run the football. I love that call early in the football game.
From the gun, running back on the move. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. A 3rd down try for the offense. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. From the gun, wants to pass. Ball in the air, intercepted. Made that play and was hoping to make another one on the return, but they'll take it in business at the 41.
And that's just excellent coverage. Man, cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board, and you still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open, and if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. Just a short pass to the tight end. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. And the Broncos come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll try the run. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
Not a lot there. Picks up one inside the 20 to the 19.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today.
Touchdown, Boise State! What a catch and run for 6.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the time to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Guys, we're about to get another look at this San Diego State offense. The hand to the running back. And this one will be stopped for no gain. And the Aztecs headed quickly to the line. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Quickly out to the tight end. How about this backer in pass coverage and bringing the big hit stick with him too. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Finds his tight end. And how about that catch and run? So dangerous, this guy. Lining up from the 34 on 1st down.
Obviously, 3rd downs are so critical because you get an extra chance to wear that defense out. Great job by the offense.
And the quarterback is snowed under.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up in pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front 7 on defense, it's going to be tough.
They'll snap it from the 25 here on 2nd and long. From the shotgun, the inside give. Hard running there. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Gets it out quickly. Really strong job by the defense. A negative play on 3rd down. The Aztecs decide to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Makes a move. Looking for running room. He'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stops. Boise State ready to send out that offense. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse.
And they got him for the sack.
Quarterback sacks is a trend that this offense would like to put an end to pretty quick. Somehow they were able to win their last game out, even though they gave up 4 sacks in that one. That was a huge point of emphasis for this coaching staff. And here early in this one, 1st quarter, they've now already given up 1.
Big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Complete downfield. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. Fresh set of downs after the completion. Looking to move it through the air. Got his man quickly. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few.
Slants are very tough to cover, but they become way tougher when you got a big body wide receiver like that. It's almost like basketball where he's boxing you out. He gets inside real quick, uses that big body to shield you off, and even if you're playing man-to-man, you just got to get him on the ground and try to disrupt him some way.
Great job by the quarterback thrown against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy.
Lets it fly deep downfield. And he got a hand on it to knock it down in the end zone.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass. Locating the football, no PI, able to swat it away, pass incomplete.
He'll do it himself. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this.
Got enough space. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Broncos.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
One final play before the end of the quarter. On the run, it's Harbor fighting off the defender. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. That's the end of the quarter, and Boise State has the lead. Man, that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Quickly complete. They get him on the ground, but it's a first down. And the Aztecs are in the hurry up.
Yeah, when you get that man coverage, most people are taught to have inside leverage. So that out route's there if your QB can put some air on it and throw it outside of the guy. But tight coverage, but a really nice throw on that out route.
At the 35, he's open. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
Let's see what they've got on second down.
I love this defense's ability to fight off blocks and rally to the football. They do such a great job pursuing that wide receiver screen to only allow a minimal gain and no first down.
Third and short from the 49. Is this 4-down territory? He'll try to pick it up on the ground. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
And that's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree, Jesse Reese. See, they agree with me. Same thing. But you watch them get off the football, make the play. That's why you put your athletes there.
And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. The Bronco offense back out there ready to give it another spin. They've jumped on them, executing at a high level and up 14-0, David.
This is the exact start you want. I mean,
he lobs one high down the left side. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on first down.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up? See if they can maybe confuse this QB.
Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. He's going to pass on second down. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much.
Well, the quarterback knew where he wanted to go with the ball. His intended target just wasn't open, so the quarterback made sure he put that football in the stands.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. The Broncos line up to punt it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. A fair catch is made right at the 50. Great field position for the offense. Guys, let's see what adjustments this San Diego State offense has made this time. They've stumbled a little bit out of the gate here, Jesse, finding themselves down by 2 scores.
Yeah, and their defense needs to help them out and get off the field and get them some more possessions. This offense didn't spend a lot of time on the field in the first quarter, David. I think they got to run the ball here and try to establish some rhythm.
They got to establish something, and you're right. You'll wear your defense out. Continue. You keep getting the football back to them, to the other offense. You're wearing your defense out, and you'll have no shot to get back in this game.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. The Aztecs will hustle to the line. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Quarterback tried to scramble around for a while, but the defense able to bring him down. And the Aztecs will punt this one away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He gets a block. Can they catch him? A huge return there. Steps out of bounds, but man, did he put his team in great position. Boise State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. You get field position like this, and you're not likely to punt the way they did the last time they had the ball.
Yeah, great job by the defense, setting them up in an opportunity to get some points on the board quickly.
This is an opportunity you've got to capitalize on this field position. You must come away with points here if you're on offense.
And the Broncos have moved it inside the 20. On second down, he'll fire. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming. Trying to pick up a first down. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. On third down, he drops to throw. Finds his big tight end. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
You saw the tight end on a big play there in that last third down. Why not go back to him again here in the red zone? With his size and his athleticism, he is a matchup nightmare down in this area of the field.
He makes a grab. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is.
And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Broncos! The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance. When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. San Diego State takes over as the offense is ready to go to work. They've got nothing done so far, and they already find themselves in a 3-possession hole, Jesse.
Yeah, and as a head coach, you're wondering, what didn't I say? What didn't I do to get my team ready to go? Because we look like we're sleepwalking at this point.
Nothing went well in the first quarter. You just say refresh. Like, let's try to find a way now, chip into this lead, try to make it somewhat manageable when you get to the half.
Fires into traffic, picked off. Looking for more room. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
A great spot to start this drive for the offense. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Boise State. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short, and he did the rest of the work.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Aztecs offense ready to go back to work. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
On the ground, it's Harbor. Makes him talk to the hand. Knocked down after picking up 5 out to the 24.
And runs like that are like body blows in a boxing match. 4, 5, 6-yard gains early turn into 20, 30, 40-yard gains later. They really wear down defenses, and they test their physicality.
Pulls it in on the right. He's loose. Touchdown, Aztecs. Reeled it in and just made the house call. Quarterbacks love receivers that can get separation, but that amount of separation is a little excessive.
I agree, Reese, and I think the defense needs to have a little powwow on the sidelines and talk about what just happened, because that was an absolute busted coverage on the back end. Defense can't keep playing like that.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. Oklahoma is down right now, and that's unusual for this program. Those fans in Norman expect excellence. Let's see if they can provide the spark this team needs. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to SMU. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
They were backed up, and then suddenly they weren't. They've got it 1st and 10 now inside the 50. Quick toss across the 35. He goes out of bounds after the big play, but there is a penalty marker on the field. Let's see what that one's about. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Line gets set, 1st down.
Get set, get set.
Fast motion from the offense. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. And it's picked off. And he will step out of bounds, but what a play to get the ball back for his offense.
What a nice catch by the defensive back. Listen, a lot of times you see DBs get in position to make plays, but there's a reason they play DB and not wide receiver. Great job finishing the interception, catching the ball, making a big play.
Guys, we're about to get another look at this San Diego State offense. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. He's got his man. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like, this is an opportunity. This is the biggest opportunity in front of them in the game right now. You got to get some points on the board. You got to create something positive, Jesse. There hasn't been a whole lot to be positive about in the first half.
If I'm playing quarterback, I'm locating my go-to guy at receiver. Who can I count on one-on-one to go and make me a play? Maybe even one-on-two. Who can go up, catch the ball, get us some yards, and get us some points?
The Aztecs want to pick up the tempo. Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. They'll go empty and 5 wide on 2nd and 13. He's looking to throw. With the catch, it's Mayfield. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer.
Hey, Cam, reload.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. A strike downfield. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Going up top on 1st down. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Diego State.
And nice job getting the passing game going. This is big, man. Going to the half, and listen, I know you're trailing, but building some momentum. Maybe this second half we can keep airing the football out, cutting into this deficit, and who knows what the heck will happen.
And with the extra point, they trail by 2 touchdowns, 28-14. They've got it down to a 2-touchdown deficit, trailing by 14 and about to kick it away. Oh, he's going to go for the return. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Boise State ready to send out that offense. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David is sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no harm, but also momentum is hard to create and sometimes hard to stop. You have it, so Jesse, don't do anything stupid to create some momentum for the other side.
I think a lot of this comes down to your quarterback and whether or not he's making good decisions in this game. If yes, be aggressive. If not, let's just take the lead into halftime and get ready for the second half.
Can't hold on. He had him right down the middle, and he flat dropped it. Right back up top on 2nd and 10. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
This defense is heating up. They got an interception in the last possession. You could tell breaking on the football really, really well. Seeing where the quarterback's throwing it, going to try to get it. Got another hand on it. Almost had another interception.
Motion from the offense. Touch pass on the jet sweep. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he's stopped, and it'll be 1st down. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout called.
It's so hard for a defense to have to stop plays like that because it really forces you to play with great eye discipline. You see the pre-snap motion. Defense doesn't know if he's just running across the field and is going to run a route, if he's going to block, or if he has the football. That time, he was able to
Looking deep down the right side. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
Great play by the defensive back, showing you his variety of skills. His ability to turn the hips, his speed running downfield, turning his head to locate the football and then swatting it away. You just can't do it better.
Quarterback wants to throw on 2nd down. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
And as an offense, you want to stay aggressive. You want to keep calling these downfield shots. I know you didn't complete that one, but you want to send a clear message. You're trying to take the top off this defense. You keep calling downfield shots, you soften up the coverage, get those safeties playing deep. That's going to open up your running game later on.
Can't find a receiver, and down goes the quarterback. A sack to punctuate this first half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Thanks, guys. Looks like a terrific atmosphere there today in San Diego. Toughest job inside that stadium right now might just be the scoreboard operator after all those first downs and touchdowns. Big plays have defined this one, thanks to 2 of the best receiving corps in all of college football. Let's see if these defenses can adjust and make the necessary just moves.
The Bronco offense back out there ready to give it another spin. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
Tackled immediately after the catch.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
Muscling ahead on 3rd and short. At the 35, he's loose. Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks with a first down.
In halftime in this locker room, there was a lot of positive things to talk about. You got the lead, but you know what else will be positive, Palmer? Get the running game going early in this second half.
You're absolutely right here, and I think this coaching staff is going to try to put this game on the offensive line a little bit. Let these guys take this thing over, be physical, and push this defense around.
This is why everybody grows up and wants to be an offensive coordinator and not a defensive coordinator, because he can do that. He drops back. He's supposed to pass, but you know what? I'll just scramble around, and I'll just go get plenty of yards and pick him up and put him down. And I'm faster than most of your other guys, too, so good luck stopping him.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. You saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical enough.
It's complete to the left. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down.
The defense needs to have a plan for this guy. They weren't ready for that one. Drag route running all the way across the field, and the DB just can't stay with him because of his speed, and as a result, they give up a big one.
Got it set up on the outside. Big pickup before he goes out of bounds, but there is a flag. We'll have to see if it stands.
Roughing the passer. Defense.
They'll decline the penalty here, and the result of the play stands. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. Looking to pass inside the red zone. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. After the misfire, now on second down. He'll pull it on the read. Just a 1-yard gain leaves him with 3rd and 9.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? Part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone. They're going to have to step up big time in this situation.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
It is good. And they'll push that lead out a little further. They're really starting to extend that lead as they get ready to kick it away again. On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner is stopped. Guys, let's see what adjustments this San Diego State offense has made this time. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessarily panic time just yet, but I'm getting the ball into the hands of my best playmakers on this drive.
I hear you, Jesse, but not panic time. Have you seen my defense? I mean, I'm not trusting the...
Oh, it's a fumble. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
Man, and it was just the impact of the hit that dislodged the football from the ball carrier. There was a heat-seeking missile coming in there, and he knocked that thing loose.
The offense starts with a short field.
Here we go. Hustle, hustle.
Now on the option. He'll pitch it. They get him stopped after a pickup of 5 to the 28.
I know the passing game sells and the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards a pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
Looking to pass on second down. Throws to the wideout. Hauls it in. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be first and goal from there. The offense threatening, close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. Wide receiver now comes in motion. They'll run it on first and goal. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5. Most offensive schemes are predicated on first down productivity. That will not go down as a productive first down play.
No, it will not, Reese. Give this defensive line credit because they were able to get penetration.
Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Now the defense has got it, and they're going the other way. The 40, the 30, the 20. Touchdown, Aztecs! Don't just get the ball, score with the ball, and the defense did.
And the defense comes with the blitz. Nice job getting to the quarterback. And don't just get there. Try to strip that football out and get the QB to the ground. The ball's out. They scoop it up, take it all the way back to the house for 6.
They're out there to kick it off. The return team must rivet that ball to their rib cage. Can't afford another turnover. And he takes this from inside the 5. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. Things have been clicking along nicely, Jesse, but they have to make sure they keep it up.
Yeah, they got to wake up. It seems like they've been a bit lackadaisical here the last few drives, maybe as we've seen this lead dwindle a little bit, David. So they need a bit of a spark here to get that mojo back.
Yeah, and you always have the adjustments, and then your opponent adjusts, and now they got to readjust now because this game's getting a little bit tighter than they liked.
Fires to the tight end. Out across the 30 to the 39 after getting 10 on that one.
And look, defenses obviously have to play man coverage in different situations of the game, but you got to wonder if this defense wants to keep playing man after giving up that big play.
He finds his man. They make the stop, but the sweet throw and catch is plenty to give him a first down. The Broncos come to the line with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. Caught behind the line. It's Jackson. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. And here comes the offense on second down.
Get set, get set. Longer, longer.
He's looking to throw. He makes the grab. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down.
Well, this defense has tried to find ways to disguise their coverage and mix it up, trying to confuse the QB. It's not working, though. With that last completion, he's now got over 300 yards passing.
Fires to the wideout. He's got it. And he's brought down, but a flag is also down.
Hold it. Offense.
Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Looking for a productive play on first down. They keep attacking through the air. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
That's what this defense has to do, guys. They've got to knock this quarterback down to the ground. He's already thrown a couple of TDs. The only way you're going to stop that is with good quarterback pressure.
catch in the middle. It's Ferguson. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
And on the slant route, I love the location of the throw by the quarterback. He's not making it difficult on his receiver. He's putting the football out in front, hitting his receiver right in the face mask and making it easy for him.
Pocket starts to collapse. Got it in the middle. It's Ferguson. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play. That's now 200 catches in his career.
It's so impressive because of his dependability. This guy has been consistent, David, week in, week out. He shows up, and he makes plays.
And it's easy to coach a guy like that. Consistent, does the work, catches the football, you know where he's going to be. That's why he's got 200 catches.
Hey, man, it's hard to throw down here in the red zone. These windows are tiny and they close fast, so there was nowhere to go in the end zone there, that time having to check it down. A nice job by the defense rallying and making a tackle.
Quarterback on the keeper. And they'll drag him down. That's likely the last play of the third quarter. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody, based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. Wide out in motion. On the move. Stumbled to the ground.
Man, if I'm quarterback right now, after this long of a drive down this close, I'm going for a touchdown here, Paul.
And I get that, but I've worn this defense out, man. I'm going to go for the touchdown right here. And if I miss, they got to go the whole length of the field to score a touchdown.
Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Touchdown, Broncos! And they take it in for 6 more points. That score will give them a little more room to operate here in the fourth quarter as they go for their 6th straight win.
Quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence and chemistry as the game goes on. These two right now are definitely on the same page.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. San Diego State takes over as the offense is ready to go to work. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news.
And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. He was looking for a little more on that return, but he hands this offense a short field at the 35.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Quick pass on the fly motion. Afterburners coming. Waltzes into the end zone, but he might be dancing the other way. There's a flag on the field. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Line gets set, first down. He's looking to throw. Got a man, it's Jackson. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. After that last completion, it's second down. He's looking to throw. Makes the grab, it's Jackson. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch. He just keeps piling up numbers with completion after completion in this standout performance.
And I think some people might say late in the game, you got the win, everything's in hand, be a little bit conservative, or you just say, I'm just going to keep doing me. And what I do with this offense is throw the football all over the yard, and I'm going to try to win me a big trophy at the end of the year.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Broncos! And the beatdown has ensued. They've now extended that lead, and they're trying to hang on for a Week 12 victory. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. It's as if every play call with this guy, you've got the play that's called, and if that doesn't work, something that might even be more dangerous.
How nice is that as an offensive coordinator, right, Reese? You know that even if what you called isn't exactly going to work, this guy can just pull a rabbit out of the hat. He can go backyard football and just take off. Man, this guy is fun to watch.
He's going to pass. And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line. Now it's 2nd and 4 from the 20.
And giving up 3 sacks a week ago. Now you've already given up 4 sacks. They got to find a way to protect their quarterback. Give him a little bit more time.
Leaves it with the running back. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
Listen, that wasn't the greatest run in the world, but it was very successful, and you're making me honor the run. And another thing, every time you run the football, someone gets tackled. There's physicality involved in the game. So I like when offenses commit to the running the football, no matter what the outcome is, because those body blows do add up.
And the Aztecs will send out the punt unit. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. Boise State has it back ready to go to work on offense. They had this thing in a hammerlock at halftime, and now they are really ratcheting up the pressure, David.
And I tell you what, this offense doesn't have to change a thing, Paul. They've done what they wanted in the first half and starting off the second half in the same fashion.
And I like how they're letting different guys get involved, too. They've got so many different playmakers all over the field.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. Grabbed in the middle. It's Ferguson. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the 1st down marker.
You know, the defense doesn't have an answer for this slot guy right now. They may want to think about bracketing him, having a defender play to the outside and to the inside. Probably some sort of zone coverage where you're trying to get 2 bodies, forcing the quarterback to have to go somewhere else with the ball.
Perhaps emboldened by converting a 4th down earlier in the game, they'll try a 2nd time. Now on the move. Past the 30. He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the 1st down.
That's not surprising. You're going for that every single time. 4th and inches in your opponent's territory. You're trying to get closer and closer to field goal range so you can pay this drive off by scoring points. Nice play call.
This is a designed run. And that's a very productive 1st down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
In situations like this, offensively, when you got the lead in the 4th quarter, when you got to run the ball, you go back to the runs that you have the most confidence in, that you can execute in your sleep, and they do it right there, ripping off 7 yards.
They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening 1st and goal from the 9.
Everything going the offense's way. They're trying to ice this game late. They've got a really nice lead, so you just want to run the ball, high percentage throws, and keep the chains moving, and they're doing that. This has been a beautiful drive to watch. Offense continues to stay in a nice rhythm here late.
Picked up some of what they needed on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 5. Calls his own number. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get conserved, because this offense obviously themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
21.
And he's going to try to return this one. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Aztecs offense ready to go back to work. This thing got out of hand on them, but they'll try to finish with some pride here.
And this one was a beatdown, and there's nothing you can do about it because this one's over. Jesse, now we got to start progressing for next week for the rest of this season so we don't let one bad game turn into two.
Yeah, there are very few teams out there that won't watch game film, but they may want to skip this one. I mean, because it may hurt their confidence. They just need to turn the page and get ready for the next opponent and forget this day ever happened.
With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider.
He's looking to throw it. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes.
And, man, is that a just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that really gives your coach confidence and makes you want to believe in them. This offense has a lot of work to do before their next football game.
And they got the completion, but still looking at a third down. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Boise State ready to send out that offense. Now the chance to take a knee and just put the finishing touches on this victory.
Yeah, and this offense has done their job, man. They've been so productive, built the lead. Listen, their defense has pulled their weight as well. But now, Jesse, you get to exhale, you get to breathe, and you know we got the W, and we played well.
And we got to think about where we're taking our girlfriend and parents for dinner, right? What side are we ordering with our giant steak? We've earned it in this game. Now it's time to go celebrate.
Power football with the run. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40.
And this is exactly where you want to be as an offensive coordinator. Like when you've got the lead late in the football game, just run the football, eat the clock. Man, they put a good day together. They've had their way with this defense. A lot of positive things to point to. This is one of those weeks when you watch tape, it's going to be really fun to watch it. Not like when you get beat up. A lot of big plays from this offense.
Well, nice job finding a crease to go get that first. And, Dave, there's just some running backs out there that feel like they have that sixth sense. They just know where the marker is. They know where that first down marker is, and they're just able to find a way to fall forward and get it.
And I love when they don't dance. Know the situation, right? Don't bounce things that don't need to be bounced. When I need to stick my face in there and lower my shoulder and get a couple yards, I got to know the situation. Great job by him running the ball physical and finishing the run for a first down.
And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
On the double. Third down.
Just complete and utter dominance in this one. Outplayed their opponent and